like it kind of very interesting. A Japanese goes to America to understand why it's overweight. So I'm very curious to see on someone on the perspective from a Japanese citizen going to America to try to understand like why the US or just America in general, why they're overweight, you know, why they are the most overweight country, you know. I'm super curious on this actually, what they think in general. So
I travel from my hometown.
even I personally know that they are overweight too as well. I've seen it. I've seen the people. I visited, okay? I have visited, all right?
Osaka, Japan, to the state of Georgia in the USA to investigate why so many Americans are battling with obesity. Join me as I eat what the average American eats.
Oh, you can already see the oil coming through. It's just so sweet. Everything I see is so sweet.
This is what normal Japanese people would eat. When I look at this American standard size, it's a lot of
I like
food.
the one on the left a lot more, actually, to be honest. Oh, dude, Calbee, dude. Calbee chips are so good. My favorite one of the Calbee chips is the seaweed one. The seaweed brand. Oh, dude, that shit's so cool. So hard, so much, to be honest.
And move like the average American moves.
I feel like I'm risking my life to walk in America.
Japan saw America as the leaders of strength and fitness for many decades.
I welcome this opportunity to speak to the people of America about a subject which I believe to be most important.
What happened to this? What actually happened to this, dude? Like, honestly, this shit was literally peak back then, dude. What happened, dude? Honestly, straight up, what really happened, man? I'm not gonna lie, dude. I ain't gonna lie. The old days were just simpler times, to be honest. Not gonna lie.
And that is the subject of physical fitness.
But within the last 30 years, something changed.
Researchers expect the problem to grow, with up to 44% of Americans projected to be obese by the year 2030.
And that makes me wonder.
I'm not gonna lie, my mom is definitely not on the healthy side. But my curiosity is, I haven't researched it or so, if like can you lose baby fat, you know? And like, does the amount of kids that you give birth, you know, can you lose that weight completely? You know, that's kind of like the thing, you know, because my mom had like what, in total of 7 kids in total throughout her lifespan. So
If I were born in America, would I be fat too? I've identified 5 key things that America does differently from Japan.
that's gonna be rough.
Making them.
That's what I'm saying, or so. Like, that's the one thing I'm saying, like, specifically, because my mom is like, you know, like, she has had quite a lot of kids. You know, can she even lose that amount of weight? You know, like can she lose the baby fat? You know, from having like 7 kids throughout her lifespan. You know, so 7, right? Hold on. Yeah. Just had to make sure. Had to make sure I was counting correctly.
Keeping them fat, as well as
You want to know something? We almost had an 8th child too as well, but unfortunately, that child died, unfortunately, because my mom went into, you know.
one thing they can do to get out of the obesity trap. But to really understand, I started my investigation with something that
We could have had
millions of
a little
Americans
baby
eat
brother.
every day: fast food.
I'm gonna try Chick-fil-A for the first time in my life.
So this is the classic Chick-fil-A sandwich?
Oh my God, so good.
I'm gonna try Taco Bell for the first time in my life.
With the sauce?
Oh God, I don't know if I would like to try Taco Bell for the first time in my life. I've heard Taco Bell is not that great.
Oh my gosh, it's really good. You gotta put the hot
He's dead. Okay? Alright? He's dead. Alright? The premature birth died, okay? Alright? Yes. My mom found another person that maybe she could be interested in making a new life and a new family with, but unfortunately it didn't work out. You know, they tried making a baby together with him specifically, and unfortunately he died, okay? All right? Yes. My mom can find other people in relationship that can be, you know, maybe somewhat better, but unfortunately it didn't work out, you know, and everything. So
sauce on your thing.
She was a bit
Everybody
heartbroken
should
when
start
it happened,
making
so
French fries like this. Serious about this.
So this is called the crispinata. Cookies and cream milkshake.
So good.
All of these foods were blowing my mind. And while that sounds like a good thing, it's actually related to one thing that I'm pretty sure is making and keeping Americans fat.
MSG. It's MSG, right? Is that what it is? It's MSG. I'm gonna take a wild guess that it's MSG. Is that what it is?
Land of the free and the home of the blank.
Home of the Whopper?
But first, let's take a look at what our fast food options in Japan look like. Of course, we have your typical American fast
Can I be honest with you? It's not just Japan itself. I like the Asian, like the Eastern Asian side of fast food a lot more compared to like the Western side of fast food. Like I even enjoyed the Hispanic, like even the Hispanic side of the fast food in general too. I even love Hispanic food. Pollo campero is one of them too as well that I enjoy eating. And then there's some they've taken like some kind of creativity with like Domino's and like McDonald's and all this other shit in general, like from the Western fast food over into the Hispanic stuff. There's been some actual like good creativity that they have specifically. Like there's been some good ones that I enjoyed eating.
food chains. We even have chains that are both American and Japanese, like Wendy's First Kitchen, which is a merger of Wendy's and the Japanese burger chain, Fast Kitchen. And the fun fact, we call Fast Kitchen fucking for short. So
Fucking. You guys want some fucking? God damn, dude. I love Japan. They're so funny, to be honest.
when you guys come to Japan, definitely stop by this place and then grab a Wendy's fucking chili burger and some
It's a fucking chili burger. That's, you know what? I'm gonna do that. The first thing I do when I get to Japan, that's probably the first thing I'm gonna do when I get to Japan. I'm gonna get a fucking chili burger.
Wendy's fucking french fries. And if you guys are feeling extra spicy, then why not pick up one of our fucking shirts?
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
outside of the American chains,
Jesus
we have our own chains that serve a variety of classics, like udon, sushi, and curry rice. But the
I love the curry rice. I make it at home too as well. I love udon. I don't know how to make it at home, but I would love to learn to make it at home. And what other recipe that I know off the top of my head?
most common ones you'll find are the beef bowl restaurant, like Sukiya. Slices of
Takoyakis.
simmered beef on top of white rice, a side of hot soup, and some pickles. It's just simple whole foods that aren't too different from what you'd get from a home-cooked meal. And this leads me to the first part of the obesity trap. Some of the most easily accessible foods in America are made to be highly addictive. A study from the University of Kansas found that a certain combination of calories, fats, salts, sugars, and carbs can be used to create hyper-palatable foods, or HPFs for short. These are the foods that cause your brain actually crave more of it, the same way a smoker craves a cigarette or an alcoholic craves a drink. It's also been found in other studies that a high consumption of HPFs can mess up your body's natural feelings of fullness and satisfaction. So what exactly makes the
see.
food
Also, welcome,
hyper-palatable?
Super
The
Bub.
first are foods with more than 25% of calories from fat and are about 0.3% sodium in weight, like bacon, cheese, and salami. The second are foods with more
I don't eat bacon. The only time I ever eat bacon, it's very rare. This is I'm gonna let you know. This is like super rare that we eat this at home. Is the one time that we ate when we went to go visit at New York, but then like we also visited California as well. It was like a long time ago that we visited California. Apparently it originated from New York. It's a hot dog that's wrapped with bacon. And they have like chili pepper. They have like pepper or so, cut pepper with it on top of it, and then onions, like grilled onions and grilled pepper on top of it specific. Well, that's how my mom makes it anyways, but that's how we originally. It's originally from New York. Pigs in a Blanket, is that the name of it? Like I said, I don't know the name of it specifically. We've tried that in California, so.
More than 20% of calories from fat and more than 20% of calories from simple sugars, cookies, ice cream, and chocolate.
I very rarely eat cookies. I don't eat, the only type of ice cream that I eat is fruit ice cream, but it's mostly from Hispanics. That's about it. I'm not a huge fan of the they're okay, like they're fine, but I rarely eat those, you know? It's mostly fruit ice cream that I eat, like very, very fruity, very, very, very fruity ice cream, where like the fruit carries the ice cream itself. So, like I haven't eaten like I would say like my top favorite ice cream, if it's not like from Hispanic ice cream, right, is Rocky Road, cookies and cream, and mint, pistachio. But those are like very like rare that I eat those, you know. It's like super rare that I eat those. Chocolate, I've only eaten one chocolate brand that I just recently bought. It's a German chocolate, but it doesn't feel super sugary, you know. Usually like Hershey's, like anything like Hershey's, Kisses, Kit Kats, or any of that sort of nature, it just like I take like a couple bites in it, and I'm just kind of like, all right, I'm done for like the next like 6 months from now. But when it comes to like the German chocolate that I've bought just recently from my German store, it just doesn't feel like, it doesn't feel super chocolatey. It doesn't feel like super sugary. It's the same thing when it comes to like foreign, from like my foreign grocery stores, because that, you know, I go shopping to Mexican stores, I go shopping, which is Hispanic stores in general, I go shopping at Asian stores, and then now I have a German store now, and then I go shopping there. I like their sweets a lot more. Like Asian sweets, I like it. Hispanic sweets I like because they use a lot of spiciness in their sweets. And then I like some of the German sweets so far, you know. I heard European chocolate is very good and American is not as good. Well, I'll be honest with you. I've had German chocolate just recently because a German store popped up down the street, and I have to say it's pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie, to be honest. They get it imported from Germany, so.
And third are foods with more than 40% of calories from carbs and are more than 0.2% sodium by weight, like pretzels, popcorn, and chips. So by combining these key,
I'm guilty of eating chips still. But I eat it in moderation though. You guys have seen me on stream before. I take like a few bites. You guys can hear me just biting a little bit and then just putting it away afterwards. So popcorn, I bought a bag of popcorn. It's a what brand is this? Lesser Girl? Is that the brand name? I don't know if that's the brand name. It says popcorn Himalayan gold with buttery flavored coconut oil and Himalayan salt. Apparently, this is the popcorn that I've been eating. I think it's actually really good personally. I don't know if I'm saying, it says lesser evil? Is it lesser evil popcorn? Here, I'll show you guys. Let me see. I'll show you guys specifically so you guys can kind of like understand. I haven't eaten them in a while because I've just been going through some shit, so. Oh, I think it is. Is this it? Yeah. This is the brand. This is the brand right here. Yeah, this is what I bought. This is like one of the things that I bought recently or so. They had it at my store, you know, and I was just kind of like, oh yeah, sure, you know, I'll grab it, sure. It's a more healthy alternative than just eating chips some of the times. But there was a new Asian store that was that's been built further down the street or so where I live, and they have Asian imported chips, and I've bought me some. I bought me some in my baggie or so, and I haven't opened them. I haven't opened them yet, but let me see. But I do. What piqued my interest of the flavors is that they have a garlic steak flavored Doritos bag, and then they have a guacamole con queso flavored bag. They're all, of course, they're in. I think one of them is in Japanese. One of them is in Japanese, and I think the other one might be Chinese? Question mark. It might be Chinese. Maybe. I'm not too sure. From Taiwan. Taiwan. The Doritos are from Taiwan. There you go. I just found out right now. They're from Taiwan, so you can use a tangent or tahine on popcorn or fruit. So good. I do it. So what I usually do, right? So when I want something to fill me up or so, but I don't want to eat anything, what I'll do at home or so is cut up some pepino. So I cut up some pepino, right? I like skin the pepino and then cut them up or so. I'll sometimes use tajin or tahine, or however you want to pronounce it or so. Tahine. Sometimes I'll do it, but sometimes what I'll usually do is cut some lime, get some salt, and gets a little bit of chili powder and just kind of like put it on it and then just eat it like that. That's how I usually eat it that way. That's how we usually eat our kind of like our snacky snack sometimes, you know.
Things.
The Mexican,
you can
know?
make foods incredibly rewarding and addictive for brain. Let's take a look at the Chick-fil-A meal as an example. You've got the carbs from the bun, the salt and the fat from the fried chicken patty, and if you dip the whole thing in a little bit of that Chick-fil-A sauce, congratulations! You've got something pretty close to the perfect HPF with flavors so strong, they almost make you feel like you are being held prisoner.
Let it go, please! No, don't! Don't do it, please!
Shut up, or the fat guy gets it.
Just do what the cow says.
Hurry up and do it.
Chick-fil-A! Eat more chicken!
The strong pleasure
I've
you
never
get
eaten
from
at a
these
Chick-fil-A.
food makes your brain rewire itself to seek more foods like this. Not only that, HPFs leads people into a state of hedonic hunger. This is when your brain tells you to start looking for HPFs, even though you are not hungry whatsoever. That's why you can manage to find a space in your stomach for a piece of chocolate cake after dinner. But you can't do the same thing for boiled eggs or salad, for example. So when I see some of the
Not for me. I love salad. I make me a well, now since my stomach has gotten smaller, usually I would make me a big bowl of salad because I'm just kind of like, because I make some good bomb ass salad. That's all I gotta say, okay? I've shown the pictures on stream before. You know, I've shown the picture of one of my salads on stream. So all I gotta say is, brother, oh dude, I make some really good salad. That's all. Let me show you guys. I gotta show you at least. Let me see. Where's my sister at? She has the picture saved on her messages here. Here it is. Let me just show you in chat right now. I know I got some new chatters and everything like that, but take a look at this though. This is what I created for my sister. Oh, sorry about that. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. I made an actually pretty good dish for my sister, actually. This is for my sister. So she came by her, so I made her a spinach salad with I think this is coconut shrimp with hummus mixed with kelpie, Japanese mayo. No, not Japanese mayo. It was a sesame seed mayo. So it was sesame seed mayo mixed with hummus and mixed with shredded chicken together with pita bread and tokatsu ramen. So, and that's basically it. Then that's how I made this specific dish in general. That's all I gotta say. My sister enjoyed it. She said it was fucking very good. So she got a nice feeling or so from this, and she didn't have to eat anything else. So, like I said, I know how to cook. Like I said, I love cooking. Cooking is my favorite thing. Salad is a thing that I always enjoy making all the time. So.
Really crazy things that American fast food restaurants have come up with over the years.
What the
Burger
hell
King,
is that?
hot Cheetos, mac and cheese.
Flamin' hot grilled cheese burrito. Subway has a brand new Oreo footlong cookie.
Let's try
A footlong what? Excuse me?
the viral Panera mac and cheese.
Is that a KFC chicken sandwich with Cheeto sauce and also actual Cheetos on it?
Two unlikely candidates have teamed up. We have Pizza Hut
What the
and
hell?
Cheez-Its.
I have to wonder if this company knows just how much harm they are causing. As we were pretty busy, we often had to prioritize convenience over
That's a heart attack on some of those, to be honest.
health. One place that was a constant part of our trip
You
was
wanna know what I've been eating? At least for the past, well, I wouldn't say the past couple days. I would say at least like the past couple of months and weeks or so. I've been eating Mediterranean food, and I've been enjoying this shawarma bowl that this one local restaurant that makes it. Oh, dude, the shawarma bowl. Oh, dude, it fucking tastes so good. Every single time I eat that shawarma bowl, dude, it feels like fuck, dude, this is good food. Like, this is actually legit good fucking food, dude. Mediterranean food just hits so different. I'm not gonna lie.
the gas station. So while I was there, I decided to pick up a healthy lunch. But walking in, I realized that it wasn't going to be easy as I thought.
Oh, so good. I don't see any vegetables though. The walking taco. Chili or cheese, so you can put whatever you want, how much ever you want.
the
I've
hell?
never seen anything like this in my country. As an experience, it's definitely fun, but I know it's not gonna be very healthy. Look at this, oh my gosh. Wow, it's like a junk food heaven.
Sorry,
Why?
I'm pretty guilty. I'm pretty guilty on getting donuts sometimes, you know. Some donuts, but it's pretty rare though. But that was like during the time or so where I was like walking a lot. I don't do that now. I do have I think these are European. Let me see where are they from. I'm not too sure where these things are from. Well, yeah, I think the only sweets I would ever eat specifically is probably what are these called or so? Plain powdered and cinnamon donut holes. That's kind of like the thing, but like I said, I haven't been eating them for the past couple of days, so they just kind of been sitting there. Well, and all the stuff that I bought basically, like ingredients for food, you know, salad and all this other stuff, I kind of not been eating in general. So, but I do have a guilty pleasure when it comes to donuts and, you know, when it comes to these kinds of sweets in general. But these are very rare that I get them though, so that's why. It's very rare. Like I said, I'm watching out of my dieting because at the end of the day, I want to cosplay in the future. So I've been basically kind of like holding out.
So vivid. And look at this, size of my face. So big.
Really? Nothing.
I would say 98% are
I don't mind Subway. It kind of really depends on like your territory specifically, but like for me specifically, I like eating a Philly cheesesteak sub sandwich instead, you know? Instead of like, if I had a choice between like eating like there's a restaurant down the street or so that sells like Philly cheesesteaks. Well, not just Philly cheesesteaks, but like Philly steak style Subways kind of type of way or so. I'd rather go eat that than eating at a Subway.
junk food here. Extra large. Guys, I found extra large. This is like a joke for Japanese people. When you want to grab your lid, don't forget to grab some chips. They make it so easy to pick it up. Like it's everywhere. Giant, like all the way to the end, it's chips. Here's a bread section. Well, everything is like a glazed or fried chocolate.
These are all those are all Spanish sweets.
This kind of stuff here, just so sweet. Everything I see is so sweet. I didn't know it's so hard to find healthy options in American convenience store. I'm overwhelmed.
Which brings us to the next part of the obesity trap. It's more convenient to get junk food than it is to get healthy food.
That is very true.
Sweet, very sweet. Energy drink, very sweet. Dr. Pepper, Coke, Mountain Dew, Pepsi. Oh, looks like what we get in Japan. Looks like a green tea. Extra sweet. Oh, it's extra sweet tea.
I don't
finally
like
see
extra
some
sweet
vegetables
tea.
here. Chef salad with ham and chicken. But I see that. I see.
True. Yeah, junk food is also a lot cheaper compared to like actually like good food. Like good healthy food is more expensive than unhealthy food, unfortunately.
So little vegetables here.
It's cheap.
More meat and cheese and dressings. This is the healthiest I could get, so.
But when you compare to Japan, it's just so much easier to find good, healthy options.
So compared to the gas station in America, we have so many options of non-sweet drinks. Starting from coffee, black,
I have that.
black,
We have that.
black.
We have that.
Black?
We have that.
Oh, it's the worst color there is. No offense there, Carl.
I get it all the time.
These are green teas. Like, no green tea has
have that
sugar
too as
here in
well.
Japan. Of course, guys, we have sodas.
Healthy
but
food
in-
is more pricey as well. Sometimes super pricey. Depends what you buy. Yes, that is 100% correct. You are not wrong at the end of the day. It's just like healthy food in general are just so much pricier than getting like, you know, the fucking microwave meal or so that costs like a quarter of the price of that, you know?
American gas station, you guys have a many selection of slushy and drinks with a big bottle. That's crazy. All right, so this is the cold food section. We have a lot of options here.
We have
if
this
you
too
want
as
to
well.
eat healthier. Look, we have so many choices of chicken. You get this kind of like a leafy vegetable salad. You can get natto here, and you can actually get the
We can also get natto too as well.
omelette, fish paste, and some squid. And if you want to be even healthier, you can get like seaweed. We are back from the gas station, and these are everything I got. So this is a Cobb salad with chicken and a bacon, and this is 3 kinds of proteins: cheese, ham, and cashew. There was not many choices for like a healthy option, so I just picked up super bland pistachio nuts. Apple. I don't think I can eat salad and then ham and then nuts and then jerky and the fruits every single day. I'm gonna get really bored really quickly. So these are the items I got from Japanese convenience store. So let's start with this salad. So this has a shredded steamed chicken, some eggs and then sauce, miso flavor stewed mackerel. And for more protein, this is a charcoal grilled chicken breast, Japanese style omelette. It's pretty good too. Sea vegetable called hijiki. It's pretty sweet, but it has a lot of nutrition and fibers. This is surprisingly good. This is a tofu chocolate bar. 89 kilocalorie, very low calorie compared to
Tofu
eating actual
chocolate
chocolate
bar?
bar. If I want to eat
Yo,
healthier,
dude,
you know,
that might
there are
go
a bunch
hard,
of
I'm not gonna
other
lie.
healthier dishes that I didn't pick up.
I think the inconvenience of finding healthy foods easily in America is also closely related to this issue that I ran into.
So today we're gonna have lunch at Chipotle. Woo!
I don't even know if I even have a Chipotle over here. I don't even know if that shit exists.
Chose bowl, which comes with rice, chicken, extra grilled vegetable, fresh tomatoes, and then some lettuce, and extra guacamole.
I actually found it pretty tasty and definitely healthier than these options. But I couldn't help but wonder, if I don't want to eat Chipotle, what healthy options can I have? When it comes to eating out, I felt like I constantly had to choose between healthy or unhealthy. There seemed to be this giant gap in the middle that didn't really exist. And this is another key component of obesity trap. There isn't enough variety when it comes to food options. First, in Japan, there are tons of places that exist in this gap. These would be places like beef bowl, conveyor belt sushi, or soba restaurants.
We have soba restaurants. We have sushi conveyor belts. We don't have beef bowls, at least to my knowledge. We don't have that.
Again, these aren't the healthiest foods, but they are definitely much better than the burger and fries, or some spiced mystery meat served in a deep fried tortilla. Even places that aren't known for having healthy food have lots of healthy options you can add to customize your meal. Take Japan's biggest curry chain restaurant, Kokoichi, for example. This cutlet curry is definitely not healthy, and at 1,306 calories for some curry sauce, rice, and a fried pork cutlet, it's definitely bad for you. But they also offer tons of options on their menu to let you build a decently healthy meal.
So here is actually a low-carb curry, which I ordered. So instead of rice, you get cauliflower rice. These are the toppings that you can actually add. Yes, you can see a lot of fried food, but you can get natto, you can get crumb shells, spinach, some boiled egg, and also, of course, we have salad options.
Not sure for the people in the US, the best way to get healthy things at cheaper rates is to go to the local markets and just make the food.
You can still eat this, and then you can still feel healthier.
Like this curry I made with curry sauce, boiled spinach, cauliflower rice, natto, and a soft boiled egg.
Can I be honest with you guys? I actually kind of like natto. I've eaten natto and it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
And all this comes in at just 435 calories.
You can still eat healthy in a slightly junkier restaurant in Japan by ordering like this.
Second, there isn't enough nutritional variety in many American meals when you eat out. Let me compare my classic American breakfast to a traditional Japanese one.
I don't like, sorry for pausing so much in this video, but I don't like American breakfast. I don't. I don't. I really
Fried
don't.
egg, soaked in oil. The very looking greasy hash brown and sausages, 2 stack of pancake.
My stomach
and then,
acid feels like it's coming back up.
It's a big chunk of whipped butter.
I also added a salad to my order, which isn't a very common dish for Americans to have for breakfast.
True.
But let's compare that to what we traditionally eat for breakfast in Japan.
You can already tell this is very nutritiously.
Dude, I love that soup. That soup is so fucking good, dude. Oh,
diverse, right? Grilled salmon has a really good fat. And this is sea vegetable, seaweed, and then stewed seaweed, and fermented food. Yes, miso soup, and it has some spring onion and more seaweed inside. And natto, of course, you cannot go without natto. So those are very good for your gut bacteria. Raw egg for more protein. I got a small bowl of rice and also extra vegetable. You can get many different kind of nutrition food in one meal in Japan.
And that's not to say that American food is unhealthy or bad. I loved everything I ate in the States. But coming from Japan, where the nutritional aspect is just as important as the taste, I had to really think about what this food would do to me over the long term. Another thing I noticed is that Americans don't get as much fermented things in their diet compared to Japanese people. You guys have yogurt, but that's an additional food that you have to eat. We use a lot of fermented ingredients within the dish, like miso, rice vinegar, and even pickles are commonly served with rice. We eat a lot of these probiotic foods without even realizing it. And eating all of these foods was causing me to feel bloated and have shallow sleep. So to help with that, I picked up a bottle of Alskoso, a Japanese postbiotic drink made in Japan with over 100 natural ingredients, including vegetables, fruits, seaweeds, and mushrooms. These ingredients are fermented for over a year with several probiotic cultures to create enzymes that can improve your gut health. I tried a 7-day breakfast cleanse. I just had some Alskoso mixed into a glass of water instead of the usual heavy breakfast I was eating. The flavor kind of reminds me of cola syrup, so it was really easy to enjoy in the morning. After a few days, I really started to feel less bloated and then I was starting to sleep deeper as well. Ars Koso is perfect if you or a loved one wants to take your gut health seriously. And you can save 15% of your first bottle by using the link in the description or scanning the QR and using my code, Mrs.
Isn't it
Eats.
cost me an arm
Sign
and a
up
leg
for a
for this?
subscription plan with my code to save even more. So if you've been looking for a way to make real positive impact on your health, then try Ars Koso. I know that when you eat out, healthy food isn't always the highest priority. So I visited a place in America where you have an endless supply of healthy options, the grocery store. We stopped by at the Walmart, and in the parking lot, I saw something really PHAT fat.
Oh shit!
This was really good to see and was a great example of some of the unique and interesting culture that Japanese people love about the US. Another thing that Japanese find interesting about American culture is
that your
this.
ride? Shh! Don't out me out, man. That's me in the car, okay? All right.
Pizza. Oh my gosh, it's open. Whoa. What? What? Foot-long Subway cookie.
What the fuck?
Instead of calling America the land of the free, you guys should change it to the land of the food.
Look at this giant Reese's Puffs.
Morning cereal.
Morning cereal. So big. It's just the size of my pillow. Seriously, people buy this big?
Uh-huh.
The portion sizes were massive compared to Japan's.
Japanese cereal is so small. It's only like 220 grams. It's so light. I think they just stuffed until here. It's very small amount.
And this is another part of the obesity trap, the abundance of food. This is a double-edged sword because having too much food is better than not having enough. If this abundance only applied to whole foods like meat and vegetables, that would be great. However, it also applies to junk food and sodas. This is Japanese standard size potato chips. And this is American standard size potato chips.
I also love those too. I love sour cream onions, Lay's.
I think that's the only Lay's that I like the most. Very different. Oh wow, exactly 55.5 grams. But actually, this is only half of the actual American standard size potato chips. So let's put in more so that will be equal to American standard size. So now this is 216. So standard American size is 226.8 grams.
Jesus.
Which is 8 ounces, which is actually more than this. This is what, normal Japanese people would eat. When I look at this American standard size, wow. Is this like a big party happening or something? Now I'm curious because we have this body-sized potato chips. Is it bigger than American standard size or smaller? 160 grams. Yeah, look at this. This is the biggest we could go in Japan. But
Jesus.
American size is like even much bigger than this.
To be honest, I'd be satisfied the one on the right. Actually, to be honest, I'd be satisfied more the one on the far left, to be honest, because I don't really I eat chips, but it's every a little bit or so, right? And then I just put it away, and then I do the same thing again, so.
Wow, that's a lot of food. I can imagine, somebody, keep eating this, maybe they could finish the bag in one day, but
I can't finish a bag in one day.
But when you combine the huge portion sizes with this next thing,
who finishes the
you've
bag
got
in
a
one
really
day?
dangerous combo.
So one thing I noticed about coming to American grocery store, they actually give away a lot of food for free. So for example, this tomato sauce,
Japanese modest
buy
and
one,
reserve,
get
American
one
bold
free.
and bonehead.
It's great. You don't even have to pay extra to get two. This one also, buy one, get one free. Wow. Baker's Delight looks very sweet. I don't have to pay extra penny to get one more. I'll just get it. It's just so easy. Wow. How about this one? Buy two, get one free. So here, there's no buy one and get one free section. We don't have such a concept, American. It's almost like your country is encouraging a lot of people to buy more for a lower price. It sounds good for maybe poorer people because they can get double, but is it a really good thing or not?
This wasn't the first time I noticed free food being given away. Certain restaurants we went to, we got free bread or chips before the meal. And free soda refills were available at all the fast food places.
Hey, we can get the free refill.
Yep, you can get free drink refills. Yes, in America you get free drink refills.
President of America, you should stop doing this. It's not good for your people.
That's not to say that having so much food is bad. It's definitely a better problem for your country than having a little to no food. But I can see how this blessing can also be a curse.
Holy
Food
Jesus.
helps me to escape the depression that I've had for a long time.
Even though it's very difficult to get around, I truly love shopping for food.
I would say when the ice cream man pulls up, it's the best part of my day. The treats make it worth it for me to push myself to walk outside.
We spent a lot of time talking about the
My fucking God, Jesus Christ. If I ever get depressed, I don't eat.
Food. But that's only half of the issue with the American obesity crisis. The other half has to do with this one simple thing that Japanese do every day.
I have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad case of diarrhea.
The thing that confuses me is the US has been the leader in fitness innovations. Many of the most popular and well-known exercise programs in Japan have come from America, like aerobics and CrossFit. And Japan's most iconic exercise program, Radio Taiso, was actually an adaptation of the 1920s American radio program Setting Up Exercise. And while you guys have stopped this program completely, Japanese people still do it today, almost 100 years after it was introduced to us.
That's
America
crazy.
also has way more gyms than Japan, around 13.2 gyms for every 100,000 Americans, compared to 9.9 gyms per 100,000 Japanese. Despite this, the average Japanese person is way slimmer than the average American. So why does such a fitness-leading country like the US have way more fat people than Japan? Well, this is the final part of the obesity trap that Americans are stuck in. They don't move enough. When you look at the average Japanese person's day, it's filled with a lot of walking. By the time a Japanese person finally ends the day, they've already gotten around 8,000 to 10,000 steps. For the average American who commutes by car, it's a rare day when they break 5,000 steps. And I totally get why you guys need cars in the first place. Your country is huge. And because everything is pretty far away from each other, your average speed limits are much faster than in Japan. These two things make America very pedestrian unfriendly.
I've seen it before, because if you want to go somewhere, you have to go into a car and you gotta drive everywhere. You gotta drive fucking everywhere. Compared to, like, you know, the funny thing about it is that, like, Japan is like super similar to like Mexico and El Salvador, right? So if you want to go to like the convenience store, or you want to go buy something or so, like a bag of chips or a drink, or you want to get some food or something like that, you would walk basically over there, because they're so close by and everything. So a lot of things are more close by when it comes to Mexico and El Salvador, which I love it a lot more, to be honest. Of course, now where we live, or so, we have to drive everywhere, right? But I love that part of life in general, where you just walk towards everywhere, you know?
I learned that firsthand.
So now I'm in America, walking in a walking path. But to be honest with you, I feel so uncomfortable walking here. The car feels so close to me, and it's just nothing here. All I could hear is the really loud sound of cars. That's it, nothing else. Before I came to America, Mr. Eats told me, oh, American people don't walk. Okay, I understand why American people don't want to walk. It's not very pleasant, it's not enjoyable. It's kind of sad. Let's run, let's run. I feel like I'm risking my life to walk in America. The walk path kind of here. Oh my God. Why they don't have a walking path? You know, in Japan, I sometimes walk to the grocery store. I see a flower shop, bakery. It's kind of nice to see, you know, stop by at those shops. But here, all I see, cars. It's not very present to walk outside in America. All right, safest way to walk here. You cross this small fence and then again, this is very soft.
On the other hand, a lot of Japan is quite walkable. Places where you need a car, like this countryside area, have suitable walking paths.
We are in the very countryside of Japan. More countryside than the place we went in America. But as you can see, I'm walking in the walking path. And then this walking path is not gonna end in the middle of the street. So in Japan, we have a concept that
I'm gonna have to object to that one actually, to be honest, because the problem is, right, when it comes to like actual like, because like I said, right, I went to visit a city, right, in America, right? Honestly, you literally, to go to a grocery store, you have to drive to a grocery store. Unless like you're living like almost like close to it, you're gonna be driving 9 times out of 10, you know? That's how it is. That's how it mostly is when it comes to grocery stores in general. Plus also, at the same time, remember what she said before is how like the grocery stores kind of sell you a lot of food because of these deals specifically. You're not going to be hauling all of that shit back home, walking. You're going to be taking it into a car. And then on top of that, especially because this is how my mom is in general, right? Well, this is how parents are in general, specifically, right? You don't stop at one grocery store. You stop at multiple grocery stores to find the thing that you're looking for. So if they don't have it at this specific grocery store, well, you gotta drive over to this other specific grocery store to get that item over there. And if they don't have it over there, you gotta go over there. Or if you're a woman or so, this is usually most of the time the woman or so, if you see a deal in this specific store, you go to this store. But then they're having a deal on this other store over here. You gotta drive all the way over there to get to that store to get the deal from there. Hauling and walking is trading gym hacks? No. You have no idea. You have no idea how it is over there specifically. Like I said, I visited, and 9 times out of 10, I'd be driving everywhere.
you should be able to walk places to places. So that's why we have small paths almost anywhere in Japan. So even if you are living in such a rural area, you have a way to get exercise. If you want to buy a grocery, you can still walk safely. So we just saw a bicycle girl, right? And I imagine if she was in America and riding a bike like that, she would get honked, right? Japanese people accept that people walk in the walking path. Sometimes bicycle ride on the road. So we have like okay, this is what we see, this is what we expect. So it's very comfortable as a pedestrian living in Japan. Can you see, guys? There's nothing here, but you can still see the sidewalk here for somebody to walk.
Oh, it's a high school student.
Yeah, high school student. Another pedestrians.
But in Japan, health and fitness goes beyond walking. The key idea is to move the body. Going back to Radio Taiso, I found it interesting that for many decades, Western countries found it pretty strange.
Hang on a minute, why can't he do that before he got to work?
Wait until you go to the US and you'll understand afterwards.
If he wants to do exercise, why is he doing it in work time?
In fact, it was often used as a way to show how weird Japan was.
We will begin with our morning exercises.
And you might have also seen these laughably bad videos from an old Japanese exercise program called Zuiking English. For Americans, when you look at this and you look at this, which one says exercise to you? How about this versus this? For many Japanese people, it's not about intensity of the exercise. It's about a totality of movement throughout the day. The importance of total daily movement can be seen in a study that compared American and Japanese men. Researchers look at how many steps they took each day and how much moderate to vigorous exercise they did. They found that walking more throughout the day was linked to better waistline and metabolic health in both countries. The moderate to vigorous exercises can also improve your health, but which looks easier and more sustainable for the average American? This or this? But when much of your country is pedestrian unfriendly like this, it's totally understandable why you guys struggle to move enough each day. There's one more component to America's obesity trap that I'd like to share with you. It has a lot to do with how divided the United States is when it comes to what's considered healthy and unhealthy. However, this discussion might be a little too...
No. There is no divide. There is no divide of what's healthy and unhealthy, okay? It's this weird propaganda shit that's been going on for I don't know how long now. That I thought personally this was weird or so. No. There is no divide. There's always been like that. There's just some weird people on the internet and these weird social hub shit that passed on this weird shit, you know. But what about healthy in any size? Fuck no. There's no such thing as healthy as being a fat person, okay? All right? There's no such thing. There is literally no such thing. That's why they die at an early age.
Heavy for this video. I'll be talking about in depth on my Patreon, so please consider signing up as a paid member to get access to that video when it's out. During my time in America, I kept asking myself this one question. If I was born here, would I be fat? I really hate to admit this, but yes, I think I would. I really do feel bad for my American friends, because your environment seems to push you towards more food and less exercise.
Yep.
It seems to push you towards bigger, bolder flavor and away from simple, natural tastes. It seems to reward you for getting more food and punish you for getting less. Some people argue that this is all due to the government and companies pushing these things on everyone.
Yep.
I do agree that they have a hand in all of this.
Yeah, of course.
But ultimately, the only solution to get out of this trap is yourself. And this is true whether you live in America or Japan. In the end, we have to choose the good things and not choose the bad. It's way easier said than done, but your choice is the only thing you have full control over. And please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that people are just lazy or just put down the fork. If you've been struggling with weight or food addictions, I totally get it, because I know someone with that exact same struggle, but is now choosing to deal with it. My husband.
When I was teaching at schools, I was moving a lot more. It would be very easy for me to get 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day. I work from home now. And so a lot of the times I have access to the fridge. I don't have to move that much. Whether you're in Japan or America, anybody can gain weight in this kind of situation. I think the point where I really wanted to change was actually when we met with Nicholas Pettis, the Blue-Eyed Samurai.
And Angela, his wife.
We did a video with them in Osaka. And being with them was really cool.
They were like so sharp, and then even though they're so busy, they're super productive and they're super fun, super nice. I was just so curious. I want to become like you. Tell me. Tell me what I should do. And he said, oh, why don't you start burpees? For most of Japanese people, never heard of the exercise called burpees.
Originally, you started trying them at home by yourself. And I remember I was laying there watching you. I was like laying on the ground watching you. I was like, yeah, it's really hard, right? Yeah, see, I told you. I don't know why, but I just decided to join you because like, why not? You're doing them, so like I might as well join. And you never told me to do it. In the beginning, they were really hard. It was painful.
Hardest exercise I've ever done.
Yeah. You know, I think it was probably after day 10 where I didn't mind doing it, even though they never got easier. And so doing those 30 days straight, when I saw my strength improving, when I saw my stamina improving, why not take my, other parts of my health seriously?
Nobody forced him to do them. He could have quit at any time, but for 30 days straight, he kept saying yes, no matter how hard it was, and trust me, the burpees never get easier. It was his choice, and he chose to keep showing up with me. And now he is choosing to live better. We've decided that we are going to keep doing burpees every day for as long as we can. We are also choosing to incorporate more healthy habits and daily movements. And most importantly, we are choosing to eat foods that help our bodies rather than hurt it. So, my American friends, I know you have a tough battle ahead of you, but if you've been meaning to lose weight and get healthy, choose to start today. It might not be easy, but the best things in life never are. And no matter how hard things get, remember that you have 2 friends in Japan who are on the journey with you. God bless you guys, and thanks for watching. Okini!
That was a good video, to be honest, not gonna lie. Very good video. Now, I will say it's harder for the people in the US because these companies do inject the food so much sugar, and it can mess with your senses of taste and the dopamine. That's the problem as well. It's definitely the companies themselves just inserting just so much shit, so many chemicals and stuff like that into their food specifically, and it's just kind of like, it just kind of ruins them specifically, you know. It's just kind of like, you know, what do you expect, you know? I'm like, what can you do? It's kind of hard to find like healthy food in general for them, and it's expensive on top of that. And it's just kind of like, what can you do, you know? You're just like, well, I gotta buy this, you know, and stay alive and everything like that. So that's the problem. There's so many variables and so many factors when it comes to this. It's kind of hard to kind of like almost like kind of like settle it. Oh, you got to do this, you know, you got to choose healthier options, you know, you got to do this and do that. Well, it's easier than, you know, said and done, you know, because the problem is that the US has so much, like, they add so much fucking random shit into their food sometimes, you know. So but yeah, anyways, that's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. Honestly, pretty cool video. Actually, this is really cool. This was actually a very neato video. I was shocked seeing y'all cereal size. That will kill you over time. I saw it in the store one time. I was like, what the hell is this? Because I'm so used to like the smaller bags of cereal. But now everything is like they have like stuff like this. Let me see if I can show you guys. Let me see. Yeah, so like I'm used to like the small skinny ones, like the super small skinny ones, but then they have giant sizes. They have let me see. They even some of them will have like 3 different cereals in a single box. Let me see. Yeah, this is what they will have. They will have like 3 of these cereals in a single box. But they won't have like the, you know, they won't have like smaller boxes. They used to have smaller boxes, but then they would add this. This is the size of the box that they would eat or so. This size of a box. It's fucking massive, to be honest. It's crazy. Honestly, it's fucking crazy to see the size of boxes that you guys eat. So, but yeah. But overall, that's kind of like it. That's the end of the video. And peace.